We're gonna do a song that you never heard before.
The volume.
Hear the drummer get wicked. Here we go again.
Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother.
What's up?
Oh man, good week this week though, man. What's good with you? Everything tight? Everything tight?
Yeah, man. Work week was real productive, real strong. The boy was out there getting busy, man, trying to get ready for my move, because I still haven't moved up to our new spot yet, and I'm trying to get some things taken care of before I get up there. That way I don't have to drag all that stuff up there. So been working it out, bro. If I could get another 2 weeks, I feel like I'd be all the way Gucci for the move. So I'm looking to get another 2 weeks out of it.
Man, I've been in the lab real heavy. Been very happy with the content that I've been putting out music wise anyway though, man. And yeah. Been real happy though, man. Satisfied with this week. I felt like overall, man, if I had to rate the productivity out of this particular week, I'd give it maybe an 8 on the scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, about a solid 8.
Well, it's funny you say that because I literally just got out of the studio before we even got on the pod. So
yeah.
And
we got a long list that the content guys that blessed us with though, man. You want to get this music going?
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Try Jesus.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
You gonna run it back again?
Nah, bro, we got so much stuff to talk about. We ain't even got a chance. That's why you had to just get the smidge of this. Try Jesus, bro.
Well, let me say this first and foremost. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook pages. We're live on both platforms at the same time. Hey, yo. You know, I just saw right before we got on that Justin Bieber, man, he had to cancel some concerts here, man, because he had some kind of some type of little disease, though, man, that caused him to have some paralysis on one side of his face, though, bro.
I thought that boy had that monkeypox, bro.
No, man. Apparently, this thing is very rare, though, bro. I've actually heard. I can't think of the name of what he has, but I heard that it's one of those things where if you've had smallpox or chickenpox or shingles before, and so usually when you get those kind of things, they when you have them. And it goes away, it stays dormant basically, and typically it stays dormant forever for most people. And then for some people, though, when you get older, it can like reactivate. And when it reactivates, basically it's almost like Hall's palsy. I think I may be mispronouncing it, but it basically causes like this temporary paralysis of one side of your face. Sometimes you get something in your ear or whatever. But the whole thing is that it basically causes you to speak differently. It causes your food to taste differently. Just that your one side of your face is paralyzed, though, man. So he ain't out here looking like Jim Ross out here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Had to cancel some dates, though, bro. I thought that was pretty sad for him, though, bro.
That's crazy, bro. Well, prayers to him and his family, bro. Because I mean, I want that young man to be successful, and definitely. I hope he has a speedy recovery. Question for you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, let me hear it. It's Friday. Give me the best day you've heard all week.
Well, yeah, but okay, I give you that first. The boys, bro. The boys. This season.
I got 15 minutes left of it to watch.
Well, I'm not gonna spoil anything because it's Friday. It just came out, so I respect people that ain't. I'm just saying this. I like the fact that this feels like it never left. Like it still just feels like one congruent season. Like the tone is still the same. The boys is just where it's at, bro. You notice I didn't say Kenobi. It wasn't Kenobi this week.
Now you know what I think is funny though, bro. I have to catch myself though, bro, because the guy who plays Homelander is doing an excellent job. Because I hate Homelander so badly, bro. In every episode, it makes me hate him even more. And he's consistent. And I have to catch myself because I'm thinking like, dang, I don't like Homelander.
You want to swing on him in
yeah,
live
I'm like, I don't like Homelander, bro. But then it's just part of the fact that I don't like him makes me like him because it's like, oh, bro, I really don't like Homelander. But then it's like, okay, well, yeah, you're at this point, especially, you're supposed to not like him. And even more so, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, man. But yeah, this episode just piled on everything more of why I didn't like him, though, bro.
And you know what it is? Somebody told me it's his facial expressions.
It is very much his facial expressions.
Because he has to do so much stuff with his face. Like he has to smile when he's not really smiling.
Yeah.
And
it's real smug.
He's great. And I hope the actor is actually doing okay because he got into some trouble in a place like he did a crime, well, something that was considered a crime in another country. And that crime causes you to get like 5 years in prison. Wow. So I'm hoping that he's okay. Because I mean, yeah, I need to look that up.
Listen, one of the best things that I've seen all week, I saw this yesterday. It amongst other things, but this one just made me chuckle a bit though, bro. So out in LA, and I don't know if it's in Cali, but I know that specifically in LA, it's been a big issue here recently where there have been like they have changed. I don't know if it's the chart, how much you get charged or to what degree you would be charged, but they've been doing in LA a lot of these follow homes where people are robbing folks. They're following you home. People are running up on you. And it's literally like the Wild Wild West out there where people literally are running up on you. I've seen videos where people are at dinner and somebody pulls a gun on a dude with him and his wife. And they're asking him like, yeah, come up off it, bro. Watch. Come up off it right now. So I saw out where this guy was going for, and it's somebody's surveillance cameras capture this and everything. This guy's going for a walk, basically, and some guys pull up on him in a car, and you know what I'm saying, they roll the window down, and you can tell he kind of like almost glanced and everything like that. He takes off for a run, right? And so I think what's hilarious about this, and smart at the same time, is that he took his watch off, right, while they're running out them, and tossed the watch over a gated fence. It looks like this is a private residence and everything like that, though, man. Throws the watch. So he threw the valuables like, yeah, I ain't getting this one, though, bro. And then they got back in the ride and they rolled off. But they they looked like, oh, okay. They thought about jumping the fence and everything, but they was like, oh, let's go ahead and slide though, man. But I thought that it was like, bro, you was quick on your toes that you actually thought to toss that thing over the fence. So like, yeah, I ain't getting this one though, bro. I thought that probably was one of the most hilarious things I've seen this week, bro.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Quick question for you, man, since we got so much to get into. Did you watch the Black Adam trailer?
I did see it.
What you think?
Looks incredible, bro. Looks incredible. I think that the thing that I tripped out on the most is I had watched The Rock on his Instagram preparing for the role. So he was yoking up for it. So I was just like, dang, boy, you look like you ain't got that much padding in your suit. That look like that might just be all the Rock muscle.
All leotard, bro. Listen, who you think is more yoked? Chris Hemsworth or The Rock?
Oh man. I think The Rock. Yeah, I think The Rock. I saw, so this is funny because I've seen both of their workouts in Men's Health, right? And so they have the Thor workout plan that you can do. And I think that The Rock is, because I think that The Rock was almost pushing like 275-ish at some point when he did that, if not more. So he was completely, and I don't think that Thor was ever as yokey as The Rock, but The Rock was yokey from top to bottom, bro. Like,
Yeah, but that new Thor trailer, bro, when that boy pulled his whole fit off, bro, that boy was yoke, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with The Rock only because I just follow The Rock more on how he got to that point. But
see, here's the thing for me. I think I'm more interested in seeing Black Adam because of The Rock, not because it's Black Adam.
No, true. If it was anybody else, I don't know that I'd be as interested in seeing it, though, to be honest with you. Like, if you tell me Jamie Foxx is playing, I might be, right? I might.
But see, I'm a Fox fan too, though.
Yeah, so. See, I might be, but there's only certain people. I don't know that I would be as interested if Keanu Reeves, and I'm a big Keanu Reeves fan, but I don't know that I'm as interested, though, man. I think Rock has that superhero. If
Tyrese was Black Adam, I don't know that
I would. Oh my God.
Yo, real quick, Russ, I don't ever remember talking to you about this. I know we got a lot to talk about, but this is real quick. What did you think of the boy Cody Rhodes getting out there having that match with the torn pec, bro?
Hey, listen, man. I'm not gonna even hold you, bro. It definitely told me that Cody Rhodes is a true tough guy, bro. Like, I'm talking about, because the last time I saw somebody like that was Triple H.
Right.
And Triple H went through his match and everything.
Yeah, but his tore in the match. Cody's was
Cody came out there. Cody Rhodes looked like Ric Flair chopped him in his chest 1,000 times before he went out there, and chopped him in the same exact spot, though, bro. I was very impressed. I mean,
he couldn't even use that arm.
Yeah,
he couldn't even use that arm. I respected him so much. But listen, in AEW, Cody fought the crowd because he wanted to be a babyface, and the crowd was like, "Nah, bro, we don't want you as a babyface. We gonna boo you every time you come out here." Dog, he is next level babyface in WWE just because he did that match like that, bro.
He got to be so over.
Look, Seth he went super heel because he took something and stabbed it, bro. He was stabbing that joint. Yeah. I just had to ask you because we didn't get a chance to talk about it.
Yeah. No, I thought it was incredible, man. Yeah. Absolutely incredible.
So look, bro, we talked about this a couple of pods ago. You was jumping on me, and I kept telling you, like, look, he the king. He the king. And I said my criteria, and I told you that some people were more active than others. And so not only did he drop a song, he also started a podcast. This dude is out here. You know what I'm saying? He was responsible for the Tevin Campbell challenge. Like, Tank is out here, bro. He is the king. I didn't hear from you today, sir. What are we doing?
Hey, talk to me. What okay. What we talking about, bro?
I'm saying, did you watch the podcast?
Okay, I'm not gonna even hold you, bro. I'm not gonna even hold you. And I don't want to sound like I'm biased, bro.
Yeah.
Because you listen, bro. You painted me out to be this Tank villain.
Yeah, you sound like Tank. Sound like he Tony Parker the way you be talking about.
You painted Tank out. You painted me out to be a Tank villain when I like Tank a lot, right? Clearly not as much as you hold him in this regard. Clearly, right? That being said, the podcast was incredible and the song was incredible, bro. I could not. Yeah, that didn't have nothing. Didn't have anything negative to say about any. Here's the one thing. The one thing I would say is that I guess, seeing that he came out with "When We," and then came out with this particular song, not along the same line, same kind of song.
But that's his lane.
That's his lane, though, right? I get that that's his lane.
I mean, it would be like saying that's almost to me like you saying, "Oh man, I listened to Push's new song and it was about drugs again." Like,
well, here's where I'm looking. This is the thing that I think is crazy. Maybe this is the one thing that's weird. Okay, so the one thing that is weird though, man, is that I think my biggest fault my biggest complaint about Chris Brown is that he talks about like so his songs are sex songs. Almost all of his songs are sex, and I personally like when he does more love songs, maybe even dance songs as well.
Mhm.
But I think that the one thing that is interesting is that I look at Tank differently. And I think that because that's Tank's thing, that's his lane.
You know he gonna have his shirt off, and
He
ain't
gonna
talking
have
about
his
that
shirt off,
grown-up
and
stuff.
he gonna talk. And I think that for some reason, I'm not over that expectation. Like it's weird. I don't expect anything less than that. But at the same time, I don't expect anything more than that either. But because he can listen, Tank can sing, right? But when you tagged me in the video, when you got your alert from the Tank fan club that Tank has a new song out
on my phone this morning, bro. Before I brushed my teeth, I saw it, bro.
Listen, I immediately knew what the song was going to be about. I immediately knew what the song like. But here's the thing that I do think that is incredible is that it's still, even though I know what he's gonna say, it's still I'm still never not blown away with the musicianship behind doing it. Like everything about the execution, the beat, everything about the production, everything about the arrangements, right? The runs that he does, everything's absolutely incredible. And even though I know what he's gonna give me, I guess I don't get tired of it, right?
Yeah,
I just don't call him the king.
But here's the thing, though, right? And I mean, we joke about that, but I'm just saying though, like even like a Drake, right? We talked about Drake's last album that sounded so Drake. Like he didn't give us anything that was like, oh, this is that new. It was just Drake.
Nothing that I would say, oh, this is on a whole nother level. This is the next level. This is the I don't know what you want to call it, but this is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Right. Like I think right now, the last people that kind of push music forward, in my opinion, probably the Migos, right?
Tyler the Creator. Listen, Tyler, listen. Hey, let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, bro. I was completely wrong about Tyler the Creator, bro.
No. But when I say push music forward, right? What I'm saying is for people to follow that style, because I think Tyler Creator is, like you said, he's doing what his name says. He's like doing it, right? But I'm saying as far as like the way music, this genre of music, this hybrid was, to me, it was like the Migos kind of took this platform and people are following that and doing it in their own lane.
I agree with that. But in terms of doing something that's groundbreaking to push it forward, man, listen, I and maybe right. Let's say the raps aside, I think that the creativeness of the Tyler the Creator and sonically how his sound is. Yeah, I was completely wrong. I thought that the antics and all the extra stuff made him the new rappers and all this other stuff. But nah, man, I think that he's incredible. And I was completely wrong about Tyler the Creator, bro. Because when he won, when Tyler the Creator won MTV's Best New Artist, he won it over a number of really good people. And I was like, who the hell is Tyler the Creator anyway, right? But it's like it was one of those things where it's like if you know, and I was out of it. But
you know what's crazy is I met Tyler the Creator here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
we were on a show with him out at Remington Park. I didn't know who he was. He was real weird, like just he real energetic. He and I remember him introducing himself and all of that. Didn't even know who this cat was. It was when I was with Meant to Be, bro. Met him out there, and he was like fresh on the scene, like he was next up, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Could not believe that, and look at him now.
He's incredible, man. Like I said, I think that alone, like I think that he might be one of those guys where you might say, let me pair him with this person and do production for this artist. I think his stuff is incredible. But listen, let's get back to this podcast with them boys, though, man.
Yeah,
because here's the thing about it. I think that there's a couple things that I wanted to ask you as the R&B aficionado for the crew, right? So a couple things that I think that's interesting to me is that the podcast, the format of it, I believe going forward will be taking his partner Jay Valentine. I think it's great because that's his writing partner. A couple things that I thought that I picked up from that first episode, right? I think that just like with everything that we pretty much already know, Jamie Foxx has put on a lot of people, right? A lot of people. He has some of the greatest stories ever, right?
Yeah.
That last bit on there was incredibly funny. But I think that one of the things that I thought that was I took away. I was so that I don't seem like I'm a Tank hater, like you paint me out to look out here. I actually wrote down 4 things that stood out to me on the podcast, right? That they talked about. Now, the things that got me the most was when Jay Valentine said, "Hey, you know what? Steve Harvey's manager was a comedian, and he felt like he wanted to be more on the business side, right? And that he thought that he could go further by helping Steve be the best comedian that he can be versus him also trying to be a comedian himself." And Jay Valentine said, "I thought that I could do the same thing, but with Tank." So even though at the expense of me trying to be that dude, to be that artist, I figured that I can become bigger. I can help my guy become bigger, and we can go on to be that. I thought that to be cognizant in yourself and to be able to make that kind of sacrifice creatively was absolutely incredible, though, man. And I think that it's a lot different from you and I, because you and I write together, but you and I still trying to be that dude, right? Like personally, I had never heard of Jay Valentine until today. I've heard of Jay Holidays. I've heard of some different Jays. But so when I actually heard him say that and heard them kind of elaborate on their relationship, it definitely made me respect their relationship almost in the likeness of ours. But what I think I respected the most, the second thing I wrote down, was that I can at least appreciate that Jamie Foxx knows that that's Tank's man, and that if Tank is Jamie Foxx's man, what I liked the most is I didn't feel like it's Jamie Foxx, the mega talent. There's your king of R&B, Tank, and then it's like this is the lil homie. Like they never treated him like he was the lil homie on the pod.
No,
and I respected that they didn't lil bro him like that, even though. To people, someone like me, like I've never heard it. I'm not familiar with his music, his catalog. And if you tell me that he's wrote half of the songs that Tank's wrote, fine, right? But I still appreciate the fact that for someone who's being introduced to him the first time, that he didn't get the little bro treatment, though, bro.
But I think that comes to show that they were actually all friends,
absolutely,
off camera, because they were telling stories that they all were there for. Like you said, it was like if Tank is there, Jay Valentine is there, right?
Right.
But the full circle though, because then Tank comes out with his new song today, and Jay Valentine is on it. Right.
I think it's incredible that you put out when you do your, we try to do stuff like that, right? We try to do a rollout and everything like that. So, by the way, shout out to Brittany Rowe for always checking in. The homegirl Andrea Zuniga Rudolph got that 98.
Yo, Brittany, we sent you the link too. Hey, but on another note, our relationship was like that. When I left Meant to Be, and I told you I was trying to do Ace Kennedy, you did go to the back burner.
No, not exactly. Not exactly.
Bro, hold on. You even said, we talked about this. You even said for a time you were not necessarily trying to be an artist anymore, that you wanted to do more production.
I wanted to do more production.
Yeah.
Right.
But then
see, one of the things that I see, this is the thing that's a little different though, right? For me, where I saw the similar parallel that you're describing, one of the biggest issues that I think that I've always had was production, right? So I didn't want production to be an issue with our crew of people that we do music with.
Right.
So while in your heart of hearts, if you're a writer, you're always a writer. You're always gonna write something, right? And I think that for me, I think that while I didn't necessarily fall back on trying to be that dude, I had to fall back to broaden my horizon. And then when I came back forward, it's like, all right, now this is the new and improved, not the new and improved Charlie, but the better version. This is the more polished me though, bro. So, but I think it's incredible though, man, that he was able to say, okay, yeah, he said I had a record deal when I was 16 years old, but I'm gonna fall back because in the interest of my team's growth, I think that my dude can be that guy. But in order for him to be that, I gotta pour more of me into him, even at the expense of me putting out less of myself. I thought that was incredible, though, bro.
Yeah. What's going on, Brittany?
Brittany Rowe?
Hi. How
What up,
are
Billy?
you guys?
Yeah, where you at?
I've been good, working.
Oh,
hey,
okay.
look at all glamorous. What you doing these days? What you headed to?
I'm at work right now, so
One of your 15 jobs.
Yeah, I have literally like 17,000. It's okay.
Hey, what do you know what episode you're in yet on P-Val?
No, I don't. I tried to hit up the director and try to see which episode, but I haven't heard anything back. So I'm just watching it and trying to see which one I'm going to be in. So
yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Reoccurring. This is a reoccurring role, or is this a one-time gig?
I should be in 2 episodes. So I filmed 2 episodes. So we'll see which one I show up on.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Twerking in these videos. You mean this is P Valley, right?
This is P Valley, and
so
I am a stripper in it.
Okay, no. We ain't talking about. I'm kind of curious now.
Yeah. It was very awkward. It was very, because when you film, you don't have any music or anything. They're just like action, and you just have to like move to silence, and then they're like cut, and then they add the music once the editing and everything comes on. And so it's just like very awkward, and you do it like 20 times. And so, yeah.
So how do you know? I mean, it must be slow-mo then, because I'm thinking that how would you know what the beat is?
Have a good one.
Hey,
so you don't know. They just put you when they edit, they put you on beat with the song that they choose.
Okay. So you know what's funny though, Ace, that reminds me of Stump the Yard, right? So on Stump the Yard, when they originally did the dance scene with Columbus Short in the club, he said that was a different beat that was playing, and they couldn't get clearance to the record, so they wound up swapping it out with Walking It Out, which made more sense seeing that it was shot in Atlanta, and you wouldn't know it based off of the music because it was probably shot just like how Brittany mentioned, where it was just like shot in silence and he was killing it. It put him on beat.
Yeah, they the editing is amazing. I mean,
editing
is what it comes down to.
After watching the first episode of the new season anyway, it's incredibly shot like a music video. Like it was very, very music video. Like it felt like almost like a musical. You know what I'm saying?
I thought I was in a music video because I walked in, it was all purple and pink and like very like music video, but then there was no music to it. So like you're in this like music video setting, but there's no music going with it. So you're just like, I mean, you're just having to move to silence. And so
okay. Well, we look forward to seeing you whenever you pop up. So
I went to like 3 strip clubs and did my research. And and I got like 3 strippers to play my song, Give It All Up as well. So it was like cool. So
there you go. Networking. Listen, that's the funny thing is that they always say out here in Atlanta that the strip clubs are the best A&Rs for music. They will tell you if your song hits or not, if the strippers dance to it, if it get played in the strip club though.
Yeah, they actually sped it up. So like they sped the song up, the DJ did, and when he plays it, and so it kind of gives it a little bit more club speed to it, I guess. But yeah, they play it and they like it, so it's like, yay.
Get it.
Let me ask you this: how much time you got? Because I know you what topic you was trying to get into.
Oh, I got some time.
Okay.
Well, let's jump into it, Charlie. We can get back to Tank a little bit later. I mean, was that pretty much the highlights anyway? What you was trying to hit?
Well, no. So this is one thing I wanted to ask you about that, right? So one of the things that I think that was interesting that came up, right? And I wanted to get your perspective on this one. while I understand that from a music perspective, you have this God-given talent and gift, right? The big thing that they said, and even Jamie Foxx kind of said this, is that you do the singing for the admiration of the ladies, though, right? That's still the case, even as a married man, though, right? It's still singing for the ladies, though, for the admiration of the ladies, though, right?
I think that it's definitely acceptance, but part of it now is more so just like I want to know that I still got it. It's almost like you know what I'm saying? Like I need to know, like I still get a high off of going to perform in a place and people still don't know who I am. They don't know the type of music I do, and I can still have people like.
No, but after that, right? After that, you put music out.
Yeah.
Is there an emphasis on the fact that the ladies ride with the boy? That this is for the, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
it's so like I said, I think they have a different scale because I think it still goes back to performance because like you said, the people that are listening to the record, you don't get to see how people enjoy the record when they're listening in their car. It's the performance piece. So for Tank, with him being a vocalist, he gets to see the reaction of the women at those shows. So what I'm saying is it is for that. I think it's more, I can't wait to get this song out so I can perform it because this is my bread and butter. So that's what I think it is.
I look at it like this though, man. See, the reason why I'm asking that is because I think even as a rapper, right, it's still about the chicks to me though, bro. Like it's to me, it's different from all. To me, it's like it's different from all of the homies thinking like, oh, okay, yeah, he the best rapper, right? But then it's like, to me, it's like as part of being a rapper, if you the best rapper, if you're a hot rapper and the ladies don't rock with you like that, then it just kind of just doesn't, you miss it. It seems imbalanced. So for me, it's still a pretty big deal that the ladies rock with your boy though, man. And I've always thought that I've always thought that part of rapping, yeah, it's a skill thing and it's a talent. But like when you're kind of on that path when you think you're trying to be that dude, I thought that it's a big deal that the ladies rock with you also though, man. You don't want to have a sausage fest in a club. You want to have some ladies turn out though, bro. And so for me, even at this ripe age though, bro, and I do music, I put a big emphasis on what I think women might think, or if I have this intention of doing these particular songs to get certain reactions specifically from chicks, because I think that it's not enough that you're just the best. If you're the best and you don't got the chicks, then it's for nothing to me though, bro.
Now, Brett, what about you? What still motivates you to do music?
Atlanta, I think it motivates me every time I'm in the club. There's just music always around, and it's just like I have so many influences now. So like I'm constantly wanting to change my style or change my vibe or anything. So it's just like just Atlanta and just like everywhere around me is just influencing me and stuff and motivating me. But I do agree with that because I think that's why Drake is so popular, because like Girls Like Girls was like, it's in everywhere, it's everywhere. So, and that's like a girl song. Girls love that song. So I do think you need to think about the ladies.
If Drake was popular, think about that. If Drake didn't have the girls, he wouldn't be the Drake that we know. Like, he's the Drake that we know. He can rap, but it's the girls like him. And that's the reason why I think that he is this next level Drake versus this level Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other point you had before we?
I think that was the other thing too that I thought was interesting is that Tank
You're gonna hop off and then hop back on.
Okay.
So the other thing too, I think that was interesting that Tank said that was funny about that was he said that he got caught up in trying to outdo singers and other musicians who weren't buying music. Like, you out here trying to outsing somebody who ain't buying music anyway. I thought that was pretty funny though, bro.
Oh yeah, and even Jamie Foxx and his story that he always tells about Kanye West, like when he was trying to ooh yeah the chorus, and then Kanye was like, "Nah, just do it like this."
Okay, listen, that right there, bro, was a side conversation that I was gonna have with you, because that right there was probably the crux of one of the things that you and I go back and forth about when it comes to songs, especially for the ones where I send them. And that's a whole different conversation. But
Yeah,
I thought about you and laughed on that though, bro.
But here's the quick response to that. I think the difference is this, right? If you're doing a song for another artist where you're doing the chorus, you have to do the song how that artist wants it. But when you're doing your own music, then you're establishing how you want your music to sound. And granted, I get you might write a lot of my music, but it's still my music.
Yeah, so, I totally get that.
But we, like you said, I'm sure we'll get into it because even Jay Valentine said something that went into your direction too. So we'll definitely talk about it.
Yeah. That was it. I thought those were the few things that I just noted down. I was like, oh, that little jewels from it though. But no bias. I thought everything about it was incredible though, man. From their setting, I think that it made sense to me that they had Jamie Foxx as their first guest on there. I mean, everything about the rollout and presentation was A1 though, bro.
I think the last thing I wanted to say about it, I loved how much Jamie Foxx believes in Tank.
Oh, absolutely.
Like bro, you do things that I can't do. And that's big coming from Jamie Foxx, who I think is an incredible vocalist.
Yeah.
Because when we talked about Tank having a versus, that was one of the people that I thought he would go against.
No, that would be dope. It would be dope. What else we got on deck, man? Let's switch gears a little bit on over here, though, man.
Yeah.
What are we doing about DeShaun Watson now, man?
DeShaun Watson, bro. Well, for one, his contract is pretty for this year is pretty ironclad. So even if he don't touch the field, he still got that guarantee.
Yeah.
But what are the Browns gonna do? Because it's like, bro, y'all basically kicked Baker to the curb for this dude. And you don't even look like you. Baker's over here like, nah, I'm going home, bro. I ain't even going to come into the OTAs, nothing.
Listen, man, I listen, if I totally understand if you Baker, why you just like, I'm not showing y'all no love. I'm not giving y'all no slack. I'm not giving y'all no courtesies or nothing. Just trade me, bro. And that's the only way we can keep this whole thing popping. But I just think that I don't know what they do. I mean, if DeShaun Watson misses more than 6 games, because I think that you can have conduct detrimental to the league. And when you do conduct detrimental to the league, I think that that's like a mandatory, like 6 games. It could be appealed and it could drop down to 4. But I think that if he's suspended for anything more than 6 games, I think that the whole season is a complete wash. And at that point, you got to go with who they pick up, Jacoby Brissett, whoever their backups are. You just got to go along with the fact that this particular season is a wash. But also, they picked up Amari Cooper, and Amari Cooper has 1 more year on this particular deal. So now you got to start looking like, are you going to base whether or not you re-sign Amari Cooper off of your backup quarterback throwing them passes, or based off of who you intended to be taking the snaps? So, bro, But they said he's up to like 66 or 65 women though, bro. Like, and they said it like 18 months. Like, Ace, here's my thing though, bro. How does this man have more women massage therapists than you, Ace?
They basically said he was what? He had like 3 a month or something like that.
Ace, you listen, bro. You got an amazing shoe collection. Amazing shoe collection. Every month, it seems like you're showing me something new, and I'm wowed, bro. Wowed by the shoe collection. But how does this man have more massage therapists in a month than you have shoes, bro?
Man, I don't know. But the other thing, too, man, like his lawyer talking about happy endings aren't a crime. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my gosh. I ain't hear that part, bro.
You ain't hear that part?
I ain't hear that part, bro.
So that's the other thing. They also said that the Texans are now going to be in on they're going to bring them in on it because they're saying that they provided him a hotel. They provided him the MDA paperwork.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So it's getting bad.
So they were enabling the behavior because they knew about it, though, right?
They're saying that they are enabling it. And all the Houston Texans is like, listen, we just have a room available for our players. He used it for that, and we don't know what he did in that room. So, yeah.
Hey, get him out of here, bro. I've seen enough, bro. I've seen enough, man. I have seen it. I don't know how you come back from this, bro. I thought that maybe the civil lawsuits and everything, like the criminal aspect of it, right? We've already tossed that part out there, right? I'm just sitting here thinking, like, dog. So if the New York Times found out this, right? This is all that they've disclosed so far. I'm sure they got a whole nother, they got a clip ready to go. This was just the teaser, bro. Like, I don't see how you explain this to your fan base, right? How do you explain to the women in your fan base that this guy's your quarterback, though, bro?
Yeah, and you made him the richest dude out there.
Ever 100% guaranteed contract.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't. Brittany Rowe, I got a question for you.
Yes.
You find out that your favorite player on your NBA team, you're big on NBA, not NFL, your starting point guard, right, has 16 women accused him of misconduct and inappropriate contact, all of these things, 66 in 18 months from your starting point guard. All women saying the exact same thing. How do you go to the game and support this man?
Oh, I don't. I'm hoping the team kicks him off. I'm hoping he loses everything. I'm hoping that it doesn't matter if you're my favorite or not. If LeBron James had a whole bunch of stuff come out about him about sexual misconduct, get him out of here. I mean, it's wrong.
That's a lot of women, bro. 65, I think 66 in 18 months. That means that, like, listen, Ace, you know how we talk about all the time that some dudes just like variety, bro. That's what he's doing. He just like, it never minds that they're good. He just wants variety, bro.
Yeah. So,
oh my gosh.
The big story, bro, that's been going on. Apparently, Steve Harvey's daughter then turned down my boy Michael B. Jordan proposal.
Okay.
And everybody under the sun is up in arms about it, whether you are siding with her, Lori Harvey, or siding with my boy Michael B. What is, first of all, let's get Brittany's take. Let me hear what she got to say about it.
I'm not siding with anybody. I don't know their situation. I don't know the conversations they've had. I don't know their life. I don't know if she had a conversation at the beginning of the relationship and was like, I'm not looking for marriage, and he thought he could change her. I don't know what conversations were had. But I do know that there's a 10-year age difference, and it just should have never happened in the first place, in my opinion. If he was really ready for somebody to settle down with, he should have chose somebody that was ready to settle down. And if she didn't disclose that she wasn't ready to settle down and that she was just doing this for fun or whatever, then that's wrong on her part as well. But I just think it's a 10-year age. When I was 25, I was not thinking about marriage. So I don't know. It's different, I guess.
I think for me, right, and again, I'm like you, I don't know what conversations were had. I don't know what even happened. But let me say this. If he got to a point to where he was proposing, something tells me that they've had conversations about spending their life together. A dude just doesn't do the level of proposal that he did without an inkling that she would potentially say yes.
I mean, dudes get rejected every day from proposals.
They do.
And they be in relationships with girls for years and years and get rejected.
This is true, but you're talking about, like, I don't, with the stuff that they have been through, where you're meeting family, where you're doing things. My thing, like I said, to me, with him being as old as he is and as intelligent as he is, you can't tell me that she wasn't giving off wife vibes or conversations for him to think that now I'm about to do this elaborate proposal just for somebody he thought he could change. I'm not gonna believe that. I would be hard pressed to believe that one.
Here's what
what if they were only together for a year, like they weren't together for years. They were together for 1 year. Like, that's not a long time. Just because I met your family doesn't mean that I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with you because I've been with you for 1 year.
They might have been together for a year publicly. It doesn't necessarily mean that, just like we look at, and this is just we'll go off and get right back on. Like, even looking at like Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian, right? People are like, oh, but they only been together around this time. You don't know how long they've been together. We know what the public saw. We don't know how long they officially have been together. But Charles, what was you gonna say?
Listen, man, I'm not gonna. I don't like when I don't want to even start with the caveat or disclaimer that I don't know what's going on about them. I don't know. Nah, I'm only giving my opinion, right? So this is my thought. I think to me, this is my thing. If she comes and she says, I want to focus on my career more, right? At 25. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, do you not think you could do that being married? One. But when you say at 25 years old, right, and you're dating a guy who's 35, I like to think that if you're if you're Michael B. Jordan and you're 35 years, even again, I think maybe 35. Usually they'll say that the old saying, right, was that women mature faster than guys do. So I think that maybe that's where he was thinking, like, oh, okay, well, you know what? If women mature faster than guys, at 35, I'm ready to be married right now, right? I think that he was probably thinking 25 years old, you know what I'm saying? 20, maybe 27. If he at least proposed to her, he got married, you know, whenever, not anytime soon, but whatever they're engaged, right? I don't know. I think that it almost like, I don't know who looks, I'm not gonna say who looks, it makes her look bad to me. It is just weird to say that because without knowing all the details, right? You automatically assume that the only thing I think is safe if she says, I'm too young to be married, or because there's other things that I want to do. And to me, when you say that, that almost implies that you're saying, well, I don't want to do those things that I still want to do before I get married with you, right? I can't do that. But then it also makes it look like, you mean to tell me you've been with all of these guys publicly, right? And this one that everybody thought was polished, this was the one. This was the Russell Wilson, right? And he proposes to you and you turn that one down. It's like, to me, you've not that you fumbled the bag, right? But I just think that as a female, wouldn't another female look at that and say, damn, you dropped the ball on that one there, though, man. This is, I don't know him personally. I'm just saying that when you look at his man resume, he looks as high qualified as a candidate for husband material as possible. I just
Brittany,
think that it's just like,
you telling me that even after a year, let's just say if they were together only a year, you trying to say that that's still not enough time to know?
I've never wanted to marry somebody after a year of dating them. No, and my thing is, at 35, were you trying to marry a 25-year-old? And would you marry a 25-year-old? And at 25, were you trying to get married? Like, it's just, there's a lot of.
You talking to two people that's married pretty early. So.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I guess it's different for me because I got married at 26 to somebody that I had been with for 8 years, right? Before then, right? Somebody who I had already known. So for me, yeah, getting married was a formality at that point. It was just like, okay, yeah. But I think the biggest difference, though, to me, though, when you say that's why, that's the perfect reason. That's exactly why when we had the conversation before, when I talk about age differences between who you date, I think that it's cool to, you know, if you want to just date around with somebody who's in their 20s when you're in your 30s, 40s, that's fine. But when you say, oh, well, I am looking for another commitment, right? I mean, technically speaking, I think that he was in the right thought process where he was trying to get her before she turned 30. Because at 30, if she hadn't been proposed to, it's red flag season all day long, right?
What?
Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm 30 in January. No.
You've never been proposed to?
You've never been proposed to. Brittany Rowe.
Like in my DMs, but
no. No guy, Brittany Rowe. So you mean to tell me that at going on 30 years old, right, that no guy has ever got on his knee with a ring and proposed to you?
They've always messed up before it got to that point. So I've always just let them go. No.
Brittany Rowe, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're the problem.
But I don't yearn
It's
for that. I
not-
don't yearn for marriage and stuff.
No,
like,
it's not about yearning. It's not about yearning. It's not about yearning.
I ain't the problem. They the one that messed up.
No. You can't blame them. No, not at 30. Not by then. Here's where I'm going with this. Now follow me, right? Follow where we're going. It's not about whether or not you want to get married, right? It's just, to me, when you think about it right now, right? Would you think right now, right, at 29, that you're in your prime, right?
Right.
Okay, so you're at your prime at 29. Not to say that you don't have more prime to go, but you probably think I'm at my peak attractiveness, right? Confidence-wise, maybe more stable than you ever been. Body-wise, you got everything going for you right now. So if a guy who you're dating doesn't recognize that, he should see that, right? And I think that by 30, if you're telling me that, well, that's at 29, right? You started to peak and start to hit that prime 27, 26 maybe. So you're a year older at 26 than her right now. So he was thinking, I see what she could be, right? That's what he was looking at, the potential. And I think that if somebody doesn't look at that.
How old he is. He's 35. I've dated people my age, not in their 30s. When you're a man in your 30s, you're looking at it differently than when you're a man in your 20s.
And this is, Charles, that's part of what I talked to you about, right?
Right.
Like, this generation is different. They don't think the same like we do.
No, and I've been in 2 relationships my whole life. 1 5 years, 1 7 years. I'm not out here dating like Lori Harvey. I'm not out here looking for a man or wanting that, because I'm happy with myself.
Yeah. But let me ask you this though. Where though? See, and I get it. You've already established that marriage is not really like that high of a priority. But at what point though, when it's just like, okay, I've been with somebody for this long, and if they don't see the value in me in order to want to do that, like that doesn't become a thought process for you?
That somebody wants
but I
to.
was dating in my early 20s. Like, I'm not thinking like that.
No. I'm talking now.
If I started dating somebody now, of course, I'm dating for you to be my future husband.
No. But aren't you in a long-term relationship now?
No. Negative. Like I said, they mess up and you got to move on. They want the marriage. Of course they want the marriage after they mess up. But no, I'm not accepting that after you mess up.
Brittany Rowe. I listen, Brittany Rowe. You can't not listen. See, here's the difference. When you turn 30, you can no longer say that it's the guy. I don't. That sounds harsh, and that sounds like a double standard.
If the guy goes
it's
out,
something about you. It's something about you that after 30,
because if you're not man enough to propose, I can't do nothing about that.
That's fine, right? But I'm saying at 30 years old, at 31, 32, right?
But what if you're not dating at 30 or 31 or 32?
Right. Because but it's what I'm saying is that it's you, right? It's up you. You are saying I've chose to do something. I've chose to work on my career, right? I chose to put dating on pause. I chose to work on myself. I chose something, but I just don't think that at 30 that you could point things to the guy as the reason or a source for the issue. It's just you. That's assuming, right, that you've never been proposed to. Now, if you've been proposed to before 30, that doesn't apply. It voids out everything, because to me, that tells me that somebody found that they're capable of caring enough about you, enough to want to spend their life with you, to say, this is it for me. You are enough for me. And I think that to me, it's whether or not you want to marry the person or not, it still means that someone finds you caring enough, someone finds you loving enough or lovable enough to want to say, let me take this off the market.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I guess it's me because I don't want that. So I guess even if I found somebody who wanted to propose, I don't want it. So don't give it to me. I don't want that. I don't want it. I never want to get married. So it's just a thing.
So how does that work then, right? So let's say if you never want to get married, do you just say, all right, I'll date a person then for 10, 15 years if you're happy, and that's enough. I'm just kind of wondering. I say that to say, even with Lori Harvey, let's say she's 25 and someone says, oh yeah, she's too young, right? Well, what when then, right? What is a because then at some point you mean to tell me the guy said I'm supposed to take you after, after, let's say you've dated a bunch of guys after him, right? And then now another guy comes around. Here it is. Lori Harvey's now 35 years old, right? And now that's when another guy is supposed to say, okay, let's get down. After you just said that you're in your prime now at 29. So I guess what I'm just kind of wondering is that what's wrong with giving somebody your best years if they're giving you their best years as well?
Well, why do you have to get married?
No, I don't think that it's about getting the so that's what I'm saying. To me, okay, I think that the marriage part for me, right, is it was just something that I firmly believed in, right? But with that being said, I didn't want to get married until I was with my wife, right? It wasn't something I always wanted. For me, it was fatherhood. I always knew I wanted to be a dad. Being a husband, that just kind of came after the fact, though, right? But I think that, so it's not about that. But I'm just saying that from a guy's perspective, though, right? I just think that if I'm saying if Michael B. Jordan, right, if he's basically saying, here it is, I'm at 35, and right now I'm in my prime, I'm at my peak for what I'm able to give to you emotionally and all this stuff. If she's not there, then maybe he should have known that or picked up on the signs. But I guess what I'm saying is that for you at 29 years old, if you are in your prime, then what stops you from being able to make that extra commitment to a guy that's outside of just saying, well, I'll be with you, but just not marry you?
But see, here's the thing, Brittany. I think for you, it's different because you've openly said marriage is not necessarily the goal, right? So this is a little bit different. But for a lot of women, marriage is like if you really are trying to rock with me, then this is the next step. This is how you show me that you want to, like, hey, you care about me enough that you want to spend the rest of your life with me. For you, that's not the same goal. So I think we're always going to go back and forth on this.
In life, I mean, marriage at one point was literally just for property and title and stuff. I mean, it's just like marriage means so many different things to so many people, and I personally don't want to be a mom or a wife. I don't want those aspirations. So I am perfectly happy with myself and for the rest of my life, and being an excellent career woman for my whole life, And I think about Diddy and Cassie, and like, was she the problem? No, she wasn't the problem, but Diddy just never wanted that. Or with him and all these other girls, he's out here, he's in his prime or whatever. He doesn't want marriage. Not everybody just wants marriage,
Yeah. And like I said, I think that's what's different. And so that's why I said with the Lori Harvey situation, I just don't believe, it's hard for me to believe that he didn't get an inkling that hey, there's a possibility for her to say yes in order for him to do something like that.
I don't know. So this is the thing I think that's interesting to me too, right? Is because I think that the Diddy Cassie thing is similar, but a little different, right? Because Diddy's dating this 20-something-year-old girl, and he is late 40s, pushing 50, right? And so to me, it's like, okay, you got a hot girl that you smashing, and that's what that was. But at some point, I think that she wanted more, and it tells me that it was a difference it was an age difference at the crux of their relationship, because immediately after she breaks up with Diddy, she has a baby with somebody else, gets married to somebody else, all the things that I think that she probably wanted, that I don't think that somebody who's 50 years old necessarily, like someone like a Diddy, would give. It's why you see him kind of he dated Lori Harvey when she was 22. It's like, all right, if you're dating Diddy at 50 years old, I don't think that Diddy's looking to get married. So it's like, well, what else are you doing with somebody that old? But for you though, right, if you're saying that marriage isn't a goal or an achievement for you, then I guess age wouldn't matter then. I mean, 50 would be okay, I suppose, if getting married isn't the goal. I mean, I don't know. It's that's different to me. But to me, I think that that's almost like if you were a 35-year-old woman and you were dating a 25-year-old guy, and that 25-year-old guy said, "Hey, I'm not ready to get married now," right? Then it's like, well, what else are you looking to do, right, between now and the time that you think that you're ready to get married? That would be my question.
I don't know. I guess I just don't want marriage is so permanent. It's so it's just so I don't want that. I don't want what's the difference in us dating and being faithful to one another than us being husband and wife? I mean, what is the difference other than the court can tell us what is yours and what is mine? Like it's
but I think that's the thing, though. I think that's the next level of commitment. And so that's where I think that's where the difference between our generation and your generation is because that's the, like, for you, it's like, because it's like, what's wrong with the finality of the rest of my life? If you're planning to date, like what separates that? Is it just because it's a title? Like if it's no difference, then what's wrong with the marriage, though? That's what I'm saying. So like,
there's nothing wrong with marriage. Like I respect marriages. It's just a lot of the marriages I know are toxic as hell, and they are not good. They're stuck in this marriage. They don't want to be with each other. It's like a lot of the marriages are, my parents included, like you look at like Will and Jada Smith, you look at all these marriages and they're just so toxic. And a lot of the times people don't want to leave because they got to go through divorce. They got to go through all this. Like if I want to leave, I'm out. I'm done.
So you just want the option. You just want the option to be.
You want the out to say you want that. So that to me. So here's the thing about it, though. So Brittany Rowe, when we're talking about it being your fault versus their fault, it feels like I could be wrong, but it feels like you're only willing to commit so far, but you won't quite jump all the way over that cliff.
I'll jump all the way in, but what happens is I am so committed to somebody and that person is never that committed to me. So I always end up getting hurt and I always end up getting the wrong end of the stick. So I'm just done with that. And
so you don't think that you picked the wrong guys?
I think that this generation, cheating is the new norm. I mean, you got Nick Cannon out here with 10 babies.
Nick Cannon never cheated.
No, he never cheated. But like people look at that like normal now. They look at, I don't want just one baby mama. I want two, or I want another girl, or cheating is okay and accepted.
True, but I'm asking you, right? If you know that guys are like that, not all guys are like that, right? So you don't
name me one my age. It's not like that, please.
I probably can name it. I could Michael B. Jordan, apparently.
He's 35.
And she want him.
29.
I mean, that's only 6 years older than you. You'd be right around the time that he's looking for, apparently, though. But I just think that, to me, that's why when I talk about that 30 as that crossroad number, is that I just look at that and I think, all right, listen, you're picking these guys out, so you can't say that. You can say, hey, maybe it's all the guys that I've dated, but you can't say all guys and say that that's the reason. Like, nah.
But Brittany, I think at the end of the day, you know who you are and you know what you feel about relationships and stuff like that. And so you're honest with what you feel or whatever the case may be. So I think I respect that part. You know what you want. You know what examples have been before you when it comes to relationships. And again, it is a generational thing when it comes to a lot of stuff. But I just accept the fact that, look, you know what you want out of a relationship. So it is what it is.
And I think, the difference between me and Lori is that I'll tell the person right up and in. Like, I'm not, this isn't what I'm looking for. So if you're looking for this, you don't want to be with me.
Right. Well, cool. Well, we definitely enjoyed your interpretation of everything. We wanted to get your opinion because you definitely was fiery about it on the book.
On the socials out there, talking all that mess about everybody's opinions about these peoples.
Okay, well, bye, guys.
All right, see you later.
That's hilarious, bro. I think that, listen, bro, Brittany Rowe makes my thought and thinking seems so old-fashioned, bro.
It does, because she sees the world so different. But the thing that I can respect about it is it goes to show you that the examples of stuff for her presented is what caused her to formulate her decision. Like when you even say, like, I'm looking at my own parents and they don't even have a healthy relationship. So she hasn't really seen what that has been. She's only been in two committed relationships, and both of them didn't really work out. So for her, she's now 30, about to be 30 years old. So for her, the examples around her just haven't been the best. So hey, and like I said, that's the way this new generation is. Like it's like the whole thought process about life is different. Like it's just different.
Man, Brittany, bro, about the red flag territory, bro. Listen, man. Oh my gosh, bro. That is just, I feel so old fashioned. So old fashioned, though, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, bro, what you got on deck for this weekend?
Oh man, so so this weekend, bro, I would love to be able to go watch Jurassic Park, though, bro. It seems weird, but I'm dying to slip on now. I might try to go see it like on a Saturday morning or something like that. But what I think I'm actually going to end up doing is that so every June it's like Christmas for my ATL family, because my wife's birthday is next weekend. Her mom and dad's birthday is next week. And so there's a couple of little things that I want to do shopping wise. So I got to go and do some birthday shopping for them though, man, this weekend. Then also, man, if I'm lucky though, bro, I'm still trying to see about looking around. We still have been kind of seeing what kind of houses are out there, looking at subdivisions. So we might go looking around at some, kind of doing some window shopping housewise, so that if we see something, maybe we see something we can jump out there on though, bro. What's good with you though?
Bro, I'm trying to see that Top Gun, bro.
You know what's funny? I want to see it, but for some reason, I know I should want to see it more than the others. But I just I feel like because this is supposedly the final Jurassic Park, and I've seen all the others, and I gotta see it though.
I mean, I plan to see that too, but like I said, I got to see Top Gun first. I can't skip.
Yeah.
Well, cool, bro. Well, let's get on out of here. Since we ran a little over and we got most stuff we got to talk about on Tuesday.
Oh yeah. We got a few more things that we got to get into though, man.
All right, man.
Get that music there. The cane.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you dig it,
of all time.
sucker?